Welcome back to another discussion of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 4, The Siege. The way Episode 3 ended was, Bo-Katan told Mando where to find a Jedi on the forest planet of Corvus, Ahsoka Tano. So, yeah, that's where the last episode left off. I am on Season 3, Episode 8? Yes, Episode 8 of Clone Wars. I think another Mando episode of another Mandalorian episode is coming up in Clone Wars, so that would be cool. I don't know what the original episode title it was that was announced in April, but it definitely wasn't The Siege. I think it might have been The Empire, which isn't too far off, because, yeah. Obviously, spoilers ahead, as I discuss spoilers in every single discussion for these Mando episodes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Carl Weathers himself is the director of the episode, and he stars in it, so that was cool. I liked his directing style in it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. There was a lot of weird. The only thing was every scene with Mithril and everybody, like going through the Imperial base, they would like purposely block out Mithril until the last second of the shot, which just looked like a cheap way to put in a trailer shot to me, but that's fine. Other than that, I didn't have any complaints. So the episode starts off with Baby Yoda and Mando trying to fix up the Razor Crest. Mando puts Baby Yoda into like a part of the ship to try to fix it, and he does not understand the directions, and they fail to fix it. So then Mando's like, why don't we go back to Navarro to fix up the ship? Because the Mon Calamari are terrible at fixing ships, apparently. He even opens his helmet a little bit to drink his drink, and Baby Yoda peeks over to see his face, or a sliver of it. So the goal is now to go to Navarro to fix the Razor Crest so that they can go find Ahsoka on Corvus. So they land and they say hello to Greef Karga and Cara Dune. Cara Dune is now the Marshal of Navarro, which is revealed in one of the beginning scenes. And Greef Karga says to fix up the Razor Crest to his men in Navarro. And one of the creatures fixing the ship, we later find out, put a tracker on it, which I'll talk about later, but that was unfortunate. So they're walking through Navarro, and it's more peaceful than it was the last time Mando and Baby Yoda were there. And there's even a statue for IG-11 if you look in the background. Right where the, I guess, kind of battle happened with Moff Gideon and everybody in Season 1. And the cantina where Greef Karga and Mando used to meet, and the place where like basically the battle happened at the end of Season 1. It's a school now, and it has like the same kind of teaching style as Attack of the Clones with the C-3PO looking droid, but it's female, and teaching all the kids about the stars and the planets around the galaxy. And Baby Yoda kind of goes to school while they talk business. So that was a cute little snippet there. So they leave Baby Yoda in the school, and then Greef Karga leaves Mando or leads Mando and Cara Dune to Mithril. He's back. He's out of carbonite. And he's obviously scared to see Din Djarin because the last time we saw him, he was put in carbonite. Mithril also references not being able to see out of his left eye after being frozen in carbonite. This is a reference to Return of the Jedi when Han Solo comes out of carbonite and he can't see. So Greef Karga and Cara Dune explain to Mando that they need his help with an Imperial Outpost so that Navarro can be officially safe, because that's the only Imperial Outpost left on the planet, apparently. Or maybe just in the nearby section, I don't know. So, Mithril takes them on a speeder to the Imperial Outpost, and they find out pretty quickly that it's not empty. And they go through the outpost, and they have Mithril set up the reactor for, like, the lava to blow up the Imperial Outpost. And he says they have 10 minutes to make it out of there. I know I'm rushing through the episode, but there's a lot to talk about in this one part. So they walk out, they have 10 minutes left to get out of the outpost. And there's these two guards with Camino symbols on their shoulder pads. And one of them shouts, like, destroy the evidence or whatever. And they shoot the screens in front of them. And after Mando and everybody shoot the two guards, they see subjects in a tube with Snoke's theme song in the background. And they're definitely clones. They're definitely clones. Camino, clones, everything's just, yeah, it has to be. But one of the clones has the same head scar and broken body like Snoke does. So, this could be many things. This could be the Empire trying to come back with Palpatine, trying to bring him back, because there's a whole thing about him having clones scattered throughout the galaxy. And normally the clones can't take an M count, which Dr. Pershing talks about in the recording that Mithril finds. He talks about how they need more blood from the child, and that they're going to have to find a donor with a higher M count unless they can find Baby Yoda. Now, Midichlorians was a thing introduced in the prequels, which is like something in your cells, which I guess makes you one with the Force. Hard to explain, but Anakin's was over 20,000 more than Master Yoda's was, they said in the prequels. So I don't know how many Midichlorians Baby Yoda has, but it could be a ton. So Dr. Pershing is afraid that volunteers will die if they try it on their subjects, because their first volunteer or subject died because they couldn't take the M count. And this confirms that Moff Gideon's not Force sensitive, because he would have just given the Empire his blood. But they're already running out of the child's blood, so that's an issue. So at the end of Dr. Pershing's message, he says, "I will not fail you again, Moff Gideon." And Mando's confused because he's like, wait a minute, I killed him already. And Mithril's like, no, this was received from 2 days ago, so he's still alive. So, upon hearing that Moff Gideon is still alive, Mando rushes out of the Imperial base to get Baby Yoda. He uses his jetpack. And then Cara Dune, Greef Karga, and Mithril are on their own. and they escape in a ship that was used in episode 7 of the show when the Stormtroopers showed up at the cantina at the end of the episode. And scout troopers chase after them on land speeders, and it was so cool to see the scout troopers again. After that, it was just, there wasn't too much to happen. I mean, the Razor Crest came in at the last second, saved the day. Baby Yoda threw up on himself. Play. And, yeah, he just saved the day. And then went on his way to Corvus. Captain Tava from the X-Wings in episode 2 of the season comes back. He goes to Navarro to talk to Grief Karga, claims that a Razor Crest was in the transponder, and Grief Karga denies that the Razor Crest was ever there, and complains that this isn't Coruscant. Like, you can't just go through my transponder like that. And Tava talks to Cara Dune after that and says that he fears something's happening in the background. So they're like looking for more Imperial outposts like that one. And he wants Cara Dune to help her out. He also mentions Alderaan, which is her home planet, and Cara Dune says that she lost everyone on her home planet. Then we cut onto an Imperial Cruiser. And the same alien that was working on the Razor Crest had put a tracker on the Razor Crest. So that's not good. We find out through a hologram transmission to the Empire. And I guess the Admiral said, "You will be rewarded in the new era." And I guess she's talking about the First Order. I guess that's the new era? Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching too far there, but that's what I thought of. So she goes into a room and Moff Gideon's standing there. And behind him are like 20 or so Dark Troopers. And Dark Troopers are these Force-sensitive troopers from Midichlorians. They can fly and stuff. So yeah, that'll be a problem for Mando. He asked if he still had the child, and the Admiral said yes. So, and that was pretty much all that happened in the episode. I'll come out with my discussion for this soon, and then I'm gonna pick up on episode 5 then. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. If you have any questions, comment. So yeah, be nice to each other down there.